watching round 6 of the Vodka O Australian GT Championship. It was a much more subdued start to the final race of the weekend, with the carnage of the previous day still fresh in the memory banks.
Now keep an eye at the back of the grid. David Wall will start from the rear. His car was excluded from race 1 for being underweight, so the championship is still a long way from being decided.
It's certainly not the thing you want to be having hang over you coming into a final round of the championship, but David is a fantastic competitor. He'll push on and he'll be moving his way through.
He's playing it very, very carefully. Mark Siemens there, the number 11 Lamborghini Gallardo. Tony Alford just in front, the Donut King. Nissan GTR. Can never get sick of the sound of that flat six-boxer engine.
They certainly do sound great, and David will be trying to push on hard in this opening lap. It'll be important to get as many cars as he can before the field stretches out.
But by the second lap, all was forgotten, and it was game on.
A couple of Lamborghinis here, Peter Hill and Simon Middleton across the top of the S's. Mark O'Connor stunning in the Lotus, but Hill now launching down the inside. Paul Freestone, the Z06 Corvette that leads the way in GT production.
This is the great thing about this category. Here we have European muscle car versus American muscle car. The Corvette there sandwiched between the two Lamborghinis, trying to get a good run onto the straight, see if he can use the power of that Chev.
We jump aboard with Greg Crick started down the rear from 22nd on the grid. The power of the Viper will go straight by. Andrew McPherson there in the Mosler. But now Freestone's fighting back.
He certainly is. Speaking of power, the awesome power of that Corvette straight past the FIA GT3 spec of the Lamborghini. Not something you'd normally expect to see.
Dean Grant's on the charge through in the Vodka O Mosler, but Hill back down the inside. Grant will follow, and Freestone's got to do it all over again.
But he made the right decision there. We saw in race 1, too wide into the turn.
Greg Crick, the biggest car, smashes the littlest car. Michael Locasano was involved. The Hallmark Porsche has some damage. Talk about a bully, Cricky.
Well, that's going to be an interesting one because...
oh, no! Locasano cannot see a thing.
He's got massive problems there.
The GT Challenge category. The lights have gone out. Oh, no, Dean Grant. He's off the road at the top of the S's. What is going on? The weekend started so strongly. Safety car is called in race 2. Let's have a look again now. Mark O'Connor here, the little Lotus, gets off the curb, is out wide. Greg Crick thinks he's opening the door for me, but O'Connor's actually turning into the corner, and a little bit of a touch, and that's all it took.
It doesn't take much in that corner there. On board here with Greg Crick, looking from behind. Locasano straight in the back, obviously, as the Lotus gets turned around, and that's day done for him.
And you can see the damage to Locasano's car. It's damaged the bonnet, and as he gets to speed and a bit of air pressure gets underneath, up comes the bonnet, and the GT Challenge contender is blinded. And this is what happened with Dean Grant over the top, just lost the rear.
Certainly not going to help his championship aspirations. He's battling for second in the championship, not what he needs to have happen.
After the restart, Tony Quinn streaked away from the field, but it was David Wall who was the man on a mission.
Look for the number 1 Porsche. Here it is, down the inside, making a move on Simon Middleton. Moving towards the front, and the door's been opened here for James Konduras to potentially steal this championship, but as Wall gets closer and closer and further up the order, those chances diminish.
These safety car periods are really going to help him in getting back up those positions. It bunches the field back up. It makes his job a lot easier.
Back to the front, Tony Quinn leading the way. Konduras second. Mark Eddy, the Audi, has got stronger all weekend. And Ash Samadi has the Mosler to 4th. But still Paul Freestone hangs on. Now, down the inside, Middleton gets the Corvette back. Shane Smolin trying to get the Porsche through too. So you've got the GT Championship runner at the front there, the GT Production Corvette and the GT Challenge Porsche. Great mix of cars here at Sandown for this final round of the championship. It's the 6th year of the GT Series in Australia, but Richard Kimber's Viper is, well, bunny. It's bunny hopping and it's stopping. That might bring out a safety car. Tony Quinn still leads the way. It's the final race of the season, and indeed the safety car will be called. And that again will close this field up here at Sandown.
After the break, it's the race to the finish for season 2010.